Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Jessica's adventures in dating fake boyfriend and stuff. Let's continue and see where they happen to stumble across today. See, he's real. Give me your money, I win.
絶対ジェシに彼氏なんかいないと思ってたのに。彼氏じゃないんでしょ？使用人へのパワハラでしょ？
Uh-oh, I think someone might have figured it out.
ジェシの彼氏素敵だおー。いやかわしいぜ。ほらほら、準備準備。
When Jessica took the brass knuckles out of her pocket again, everyone energetically returned to their tasks. When Kanon went down the corridor as Jessica had told him to, he ran into his temporary stage, set up where the vending machine should have been set up. It was probably being rented by the hour by some group or circle. Groups from the school were singing songs, but the place was already getting excited. Disliking that clatter, he approached a dark wall alone. So this is what they call high school. It sure is noisy. That's what Kanon thought. Then he remembered Jessica just now, acting in a way that he'd never seen before. Honestly, she was in such high spirits that alcohol might have been involved. To him, the greatest virtue for people was to always be composed and intellectual. In that sense, it was very hard for Kanon to get used to the atmosphere in a school cultural festival. He had the responsibility to report everything he saw and heard to the master. So, he also had to report how Jessica had acted without restraint earlier. At the very least, it was not fitting for the daughter of the Ushiramiya family. The master, Cross-sama, and especially Natsui-sama, would probably be angry. If I am to report it in a way that protects my lady, should I blame it on inappropriate school friends? Kanon thought back on how Jessica had acted earlier and sighed again. He could understand Natsui's headache a little now. Come to think of it, Natsui-sama, as the president of the PTA, should have gone to an informal gathering after attending the ceremony in the gymnasium. Hadn't she said that she wouldn't be there to see my lady's event? That was probably for the best. Several female students kept glancing at me. It seems that they're all whispering the same things that my lady school friends had said, and it's really unpleasant. Come to think of it, didn't Shannon warn me? If you walk alone at something like a school festival, you better watch out because a lot of strange people will come and talk to you. Just as expected, a group of girls I'd never met started talking to me. Their stares started to make my back tingle. Didn't she tell me some magic words that could chase them off in times like this? Ah, it worked. Instant reaction. Well, that got them to go away, but it hasn't really changed the number of people staring at me. Don't worry, it's a real boy. I didn't make him up this time. There's no way I'll ever come to a place like this again. Kanon sighed for about the zillionth time that day. When he did, the lighting changed and the standing audience started cheering. When he looked around, he realized that there were suddenly a large number of people here. And unlike earlier, they were all guys. With this huge crowd, he couldn't even see the stage. Fortunately, there was a fallen beer case nearby. beer at school? It's interesting, or maybe it's just a case. I don't know. And he tried using that as a footstool. When he did, he realized that there was now a new group on stage. Oh, wow. The leader is my lady. She's changed into stage clothes, and she's even holding a guitar. I didn't know she could play. No, maybe she could play. I have seen her practicing air guitar before. Natsui-sama wouldn't approve of any hobbies outside of study. Maybe she was always practicing in secret. Come to think of it, she's been returning really late from school recently, hasn't she? Maybe she's been practicing at school, far away from Natsui-sama's prying eyes. It really is for the best that Natsui-sama didn't come. If my lady were to get scolded by Natsui-sama after putting in so many hours of practice, she would probably be dejected. Squealy girl's voice thing is very surprising. Seems fairly accurate though. I could hear Jessica-sama's forceful voice through the speakers. Jessie-sama? Maybe that's her nickname at school. The students in the audience had kept calling out that name. I'm a little offended at this inferior name. It is inappropriate for my lady. Jessica-sama was in great spirits as they kept calling her Jessie-sama. Everyone was probably a fan. Her mic performance responded to that and grew more excited. It was almost like a song program on TV. At first, he thought it was superficial, but that feeling had changed into appreciation. It was pretty incredible. Kanon had never listened to music of his own free will, but he had often heard the kind of music that the people of the Ushiramiya family liked. Since that was almost all classical music, Kanon had naturally started liking classical music too. So to Kanon, the song Jessica sang was, how should you say it? Very highly colored. At any case, if Natsui-sama heard it, she would probably faint. Oh man, here we go. Gotta say, that doesn't sound like Jessica. But everyone looked like they... I gotta turn down the volume, I'm sorry. But everyone looked like they were having a really good time. Give me a second, I'm sorry. Alright. The diehard fans who had even brought pin lights sang along, dancing crazily with the same movements, almost as though it had been planned ahead. On the stage, Jessica-sama also sang enthusiastically, dripping with sweat. He couldn't find a single element that was appropriate for a daughter of the Ushiramiya family, but it looked like she was having a lot of fun. Okay, let's figure out what that is. Let's see, is this it? Finally, the colorful comments and the ASCII art you see all over the screen is actually a reference to Nico Nico Doga, the Japanese streaming site which is often considered the Japanese counterpart of YouTube. The main original feature of the site was the ability for viewers to type comments that appear on the video itself. Oh yeah, I have seen that. I don't browse it very much. I've been on it maybe like 2 or 3 times, so I forgot about that. Comments that appear on the video itself and playback of the video at the moment they write the comment. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh wait, no. Oh, no, never mind, there's more. The name of the song Jessica's band plays is... I'm gonna give it a shot. Tsuru Peta, which is actually composed by Silver Forest and is one of the most popular songs related to the characters of the Toho project. Ooh, it's interesting. A famous Dojin Danmaku shoot-'em-up created by Zune. The cross-reference is double to Jessica's costume, which is Marissa's. One of the main characters of the Touhou franchise along with Reimu. Is that it? Okay. I must not go along with it, but... Anyway, my lady is full of life and looks like she's having a great time. As I looked at my lady having a great time, I thought, isn't this Ushiramiya Jessica's true form? Don't I know best that during her life on Rokenjima, she had no choice but to kill her sense of self? Then the time she spent, not as my lady, the successor to the Ushiramiya family, but as a single girl called Jessica, living life to the fullest, must have been very important to her. I worked close to my lady, saw her in all seasons, and I thought I knew everything about her. But that was only limited to one side of her, my lady of Rokenjima. We are furniture. We serve on Rokenjima and end our lives on Rokenjima. So I had come to think that Rokenjima itself was our whole world, as though like in Ptolemaic theory. The ocean spilled off the edge of the world into an abyss. But when I look at my lady like this, I realize that is a horribly narrow outlook. I still can't go along with the excitement of the crowd, but I feel like I can see something that cannot be seen on Rokenjima. I don't know if this is the unseeable thing Shannon was talking about, but I still can't see the ocean as blue. That was fun. I like that. It's a fun little thing there. Very colorful, very exciting. Ooh, this looks nice.
Today was Jessicaの学校の文化祭だったな。校長先生はお元気でおられたかね。
ええ、お元気なようでした。そうそう、高宮議員もおいでになっておりました。あなたによろしくと特に言っておりましたよ。
相変わらずご多忙そうかね。
そのようでした。あの方も精力的な方です。そうそう、あと榎本会長もおいででしたっけ。
Naturally, the topic of Jessica's cultural festival came up at dinner. School events often became social gatherings for local volunteers. It was the same for the Ushiramiya family, who were celebrities around here. By remembering the names of important people at the informal greeting, Natsui told Cross the news. Jessica really didn't have any interest in that discussion, and rudely slurped her pumpkin soup. Be quiet, phone. Don't vibrate at me.
あまりお行儀がよろしくないかと。
へいへい、そりゃ悪かったぜ。
ジェシカ、そういう言葉遣いは改めるよういつも言っていますよ。
Jessica answered, discouraged. When he saw that, Cross smiled a little and interrupted his conversation with Natsui.
ジェシカの方はどうだったかね、文化祭は。
見ていましたよ。よく頑張っていましたね。
Really? That's highly surprising.
まで。
Jessica's face turned bright red. She probably hadn't thought that Natsui would actually come see her on the stage. She felt a mix of happiness and embarrassment. Actually, she hadn't wanted her mother to watch because she didn't want to be told that her music was inappropriate for the Ushiramiya family. But it wasn't as though it didn't make her happy to hear her parents say that she did a good job after watching her try her best.
ジェシカもなかなか落ち着きと貫禄が出てきましたね。生徒代表にふさわしい振る舞いでしたよ。
The smile that had been there until a second ago crumbled like sand. Jessica immediately realized that she was talking about something different. Jessica was also the school's student president. She had no interest in something so annoying, but her parents had been so pushy, so she had grudgingly accepted. Unfortunately, she was popular in school, so she had won the election easily. So Natsui was praising her for the student council sponsorship ceremony at the beginning of the cultural festival. Actually, she just carried that out half-heartedly. She'd immediately met up with her friends, and had held a stage rehearsal for the rest of the time.
人の上に立ち責任を背負うという経験は必ず将来役に立つ。後宮家の人間としてきっとジェシカを成熟させてくれるだろう。
ただ、挨拶が少し早口でした。内容は及第点でしたが、早い口調はそれを薄れさせます。一呼吸置く癖をつけるといいでしょう。
Well, at the very least, she's not saying bad things about Jessica's performance. After she finished eating, Jessica didn't feel like going straight to her room. You could say that her room was the place that her parents had ordered her to be. So, maybe you could say that for Jessica, instead of returning to her own room. Being in an unknown location in this large mansion was a meager form of resistance. Jessica felt that even being inside the mansion made it hard to breathe, so she went outside to the rose garden.
来たところでどうせ後宮家の後継ぎとしてふさわしくないとかなんとか言うんだろうぜ。ならこれでいいんじゃねえかよ。
Jessica laughed at what she was sulking over. She laughed at what kind of words she would have had to receive to be satisfied. It was ridiculous. In the end, I was just acting like a kid. I'm a little surprised and it makes me want to laugh.
お嬢様。カノン君か。驚かすなよ。
Wow. Look what you did, Kanon. You scared her into coughing fit. Just as she'd tried to force a laugh, Kanon had suddenly started talking to her and she choked.
何？なんかよ。
Jessica's expression became the one she always had when looking at Kanon. One eye open, one eye closed. The listless Jessica from a second ago was gone. If he had still only known of Jessica as the successor to the Ushiramiya family, as he had until yesterday, he would have mistakenly thought that Jessica's mood had sprung back to normal. But that was wrong. He now knew a part of her that he could not have seen until yesterday, so he understood that there was no way that, on the inside, Jessica was just as she appeared.
今日はペア。私の見栄に付き合ってくれてありがとうな。助かったぜ。
お歌、お上手でした。
そうかよ。照れるぜ。
Even though she had heard the words she had most wanted to hear, Jessica acted shyly and couldn't accept them seriously.
僕には歌は歌えません。楽器も小学校で習ったハーモニカとリコーダー笛しか知りません。だからお嬢様も同じだろうと決めつけていました。
Kanon hadn't planned on looking down on Jessica that much. But people playing unique instruments were always on the other side of the brawn tubes in the TV. At the very least, he had been under the impression that it would be impossible for Jessica.
僕は家具だから歌を歌う必要も楽器を扱う必要もないと信じてきました。
But I'm not sure anymore.
カノン君、その家具だからって口癖、本当によそうぜ。 使用人の心得ってやつだろ。使用人は生きた家具であれってやつ。源氏さんがよく口にしてるもんな。
心得というわけでは、本当に家具ですし。
福音の家の子たちがいろいろじい様から援助をもらってるってのは知ってるし、それに恩義を感じてるのも知ってるよ。でもだからって家具なんて言い方はあんまりだぜ。私たちは同じ人間じゃないかよ。カノン君は私が歌ってるのを見てどう思った？
とても楽しそうに見えました。
それは多分違うぜ。
え？
楽しそうに見えたんじゃなくて羨ましかったんじゃない？
そんなことは。
Even Kanon himself probably hadn't noticed that emotion. Kanon had probably seen something he'd never seen before, known about it and been jealous. And to trick himself about that emotion, he had called himself furniture over and over.
私は後ろ宮家の跡継ぎだかなんだかだそうで、まあいろいろな面倒がこれからもあると思う。それについては運のない星の下に生まれちまったと諦めるしかないさ。多分カノン君が福音の家で生活しなければならなかったのと同じに、私たち自身にはどうしようもない。生まれる星は選べなかった。
そうかもしれません。
ただ私とカノン君では大きく違うところが一点ある。わかる？
I am furniture, and my lady is not. He was about to say that, but stopped.
わかりません。
カノン君は自らの運命が自分の全てだと思って諦めた。私はこんな運命じゃ納得できないから自分の思い切りを頑張ろうと思った。だから後ろ宮家のお嬢様をやらなければならない窮屈な自分と、自分の好きなことに精一杯な自分というもう一人を作った。
もう一人の自分。
カノン君は自分のことを家具だからと言い聞かせてきた。そう言い聞かせなきゃならない辛いことがきっとたくさんあったんだと思う。それについては本当に気の毒だと思う。でもそれだけでカノン君の人生を全て決めちゃうなんて、私はそんなの悲しいと思うんだよ。人はさ、自分の中に自分が本当に好きになれるもう一人の自分をいつでも作り出すことができるんだよ。現実逃避とかとは違うぜ。そのもう一人の自分でいるとき、私は最高に生きているって実感できる。だから普段の日常がどんなに窮屈で退屈でも、私はきっと窒息せずに生きていけるってわけ。
自分の中に自分が本当に好きになれる自分を作る。
To make another me, which isn't furniture. Through a relationship with George Sama, has Shannon given birth to a part of herself that isn't furniture? And did this other Shannon see something that cannot be seen by furniture?
私さ、カノン君のプライベートって全然知らないぜ。でもなんだか想像できる。カノン君のプライベートには多分何もない。図星でしょ？
Kanon couldn't reply, but that was answer enough. He had no concept of a private life. So Kanon would always be Kanon. So furniture would always be furniture.
カノン君のカノンってさ、本名じゃないんでしょ？
In the Fukuin house, because new graduates would be given new families and a new life, they were even given a new name. In his case, that was Kanon.
確かに僕のこの名は仮のものかもしれません。
He had thought that he wasn't anyone other than Kanon. But he remembered. There definitely had been a part of himself that wasn't Kanon. But that was far, far away, beyond the distant fog of oblivion.
なら、カノン君にもカノン君である時とそうでない時で違う自分がいてもいいはず。使用人である時のカノン君は自らを家具と呼び、厳しく自己を戒めてるかもしれない。でもカノン君じゃない時の君はもっともっと自由に生きていいと思うんだ。
Those words definitely weren't just lip service. Jessica had been like this in the past. She had cursed her own birth into an environment different from all of her friends at school. Only she had been in a heavily constricted environment, forced to learn various things. And it had even interfered with the friends she had played with. Even though that was sad, she had given up, thinking that she had just been bored under that kind of star. But one day, Jessica had stopped giving up and surrendering. Stuff like the Oshiramiya family customs and pressure, those didn't matter. She'd created a real Jessica inside of herself, who could do what she really wanted to do.
私さ、学校ではジェシってあだ名で呼ばれてる。だからさ、ジェシであるときは自分に思い切り素直に生きてる。だからこそジェシカであるときも頑張れるんだ。カノン君にもカノンであるときとカノンじゃなくてその本名であるときで違うカノンじゃないとき、自分を好きになれる自分になってみてもいいんじゃないかな。
僕がカノンじゃないとき。
He had thought that his real name didn't matter at all. So, he had thought Kanon was all of himself. And now, Jessica was saying that he should create a new existence. Another part of himself that wasn't Kanon.
カノン君、嫌じゃなきゃ教えてよ。本当の名前なんて。
He was silent for quite some time. Maybe Kanon's real name had risen to the tip of his tongue. After hesitating for a long time over whether he should say it, in the end, he swallowed it back down.
忘れました。僕の名前など、もうどうでもいいことです。
Those words contained a slight rejection.
僕が本当は何という名前であったとしても、今ここにカノンとしてあることだけが現実です。過去など何の関係もない。作られた家具の材料が元は何という木の幹であったかなんてどうでもいいことと同じです。
だからよせって。家具じゃないんだぞ。君は人間だぜ。
Really liking Jessica in this section.
僕は人間じゃない。
Wow, Kanon, what a jerk. Kanon clearly spoke his refusal. And I think we're going to stop there. No, not another good spot, but that's a pretty decent spot. And we'll see why Kanon objects so much beyond what we already know. Yeah, that was fun. Interesting music-y thing. If that came out really, I have this recording software set so it doesn't crash anymore. But unfortunately, that also makes anything in motion kind of So if that came up, sorry about that ahead of time. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll come back next time and see why Kanon is refusing so hard. Thanks for watching.